today. Happy Tuesday. It is something really, truly special that's going to be happening in the next hour, all throughout our Peach State today. But we're highlighting several organizations, but we need your help.
We do, that's right. It's a day where we actively celebrate the individuals and organizations working to make our communities grow and thrive.
That's right. Today is Giving Tuesday, and for the next hour, we're going to highlight some of the organizations. Maybe you've heard of a few, maybe you haven't. We're going to get you updated on their mission, but like I said, they need all of us to give and give today. And to get us fired up about this very auspicious occasion, please welcome Karen Beaver of the Georgia Center for Nonprofits. Hi, Karen. Hello, Miss Karen.
Hi.
Okay, is this like the best day of your life? Like, did you not sleep last night?
It is
because
so fun, and no, I don't sleep.
I bet.
I am so excited.
Okay, well, we're excited too. And a lot of people are transplants over the last few years, so kind of catch them up. What is Georgia Gives Day?
Well, Georgia Gives on Giving Tuesday is a massive flash mob of giving. It is a day of generosity where we can all sort of leave consumerism behind and focus on our community and the causes that we care about.
Yeah, and why is it so important that people give, especially today?
Well, I think today is really focused on our community. And you know what I always say is that you live your life in nonprofits, and you may not know that, but you may have adopted your dog from a nonprofit, you know, put your child in a nonprofit daycare, you know, received health care from a nonprofit. And so it's really that kind of day where we're thinking about what we're thankful for, the causes that we care about, and giving a little or a lot to those causes and supporting our community.
Yes.
Okay, lots of people watching right now. Karen, how do people get involved with Georgia Gives, and how does it work?
It's so simple, which makes it awesome.
Yes.
So you just go to GAgives.org. We have every charity in the state of Georgia listed on the site. You can search by keyword, by zip code, or by the name of your favorite charity. And within a couple of clicks, you can give a little or a lot to that cause that you care about.
Oh, nice. We had it up on in our break room too, and we saw the ticker going up, so it's so exciting.
We're going to be checking in.
Yes. If people have a lot to give, a little to give, how can they still support? I know times are tough for a lot right now, so what are the different ways?
Certainly. Well, always volunteering is a gift to nonprofits. Today, we would encourage people to share on their social media and try to engage other people in giving and thinking about the causes that they care about. You can use the hashtag GAgives or GAgenerosity. Again, go to GAgives.org. And I also want to say, a lot of people are reticent to give if they only have a little bit. They think my $5 is not going to count, or my $20 is not going to count. And I want to say to folks, that counts a lot, because your 20 or your 5 is added to hundreds of thousands of others, and it makes a large difference. You know, a meal for a kid in childcare that can't afford it might cost, you know, a couple of dollars. So imagine your $5 is then fed maybe 3 children for the day. That is not insignificant.
Exactly. Exactly.
Right?
And I know in the past we talked about all the different things that might tug at your heartstrings when it comes to these causes. Give us an idea, so everybody who's listening, you know, maybe they're making breakfast, they might hear like, oh wait, that's something that I'm interested in, that resonates with me. Of course.
Well, again, if you think about how you live, you might have, you know, go every day on a walk in a park that you support. So there are organizations like Park Pride or the Atlanta Beltline. You could care about children. So there's, you know, you've got the YMCA that's coming up. Certainly hunger is a big issue right now, especially with inflation. People can't afford as many groceries. And so there are many, many food banks that the Atlanta Community Food Bank supports, but there's all sorts of small food pantries across our state that are really doing that work. So I would say, from, you know, rescuing dogs to, you know, taking care of the environment, you're really going to find every cause that you can imagine on that site. And we don't want you to be confused. Again, keyword search, zip code search, you know, specific charity, you can find them all.
Perfect. And I know a lot of companies get involved. Are there any incentive funds like there have been in the past to get people really excited?
There are. We have Arby's this year, which their cause is childhood hunger. So you can see a leaderboard when you go onto our site. Westrock is back with their general giving fund. So every organization can participate in that, and Westrock employees match those gifts. We have a number of accounting firms that work with nonprofits and other companies like those that are supporting. So we have power hours where you can give, and the hour be selected as an organization that got the most donors, not necessarily the most dollars, the most
Right.
donors, and then we'll augment that gift with maybe $500 or $1,000 more.
Fantastic.
We have our leaderboards. We have our golden tickets where you as a donor might be selected as a giver during the hour, and then we will give you an additional $500
Nice.
for the
I love
cause
it.
you care about.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, well, you mentioned the hashtags earlier.
Sure.
Is there a Facebook page or social media accounts that are specific that we can share that will help you the most?
It's GAgives, right?
Okay.
So go to GAgives, the short word for Georgia,
Sure,
right?
yes.
GAgives, and you can find us on Facebook, on LinkedIn, on all the social media accounts. But again, we're encouraging people to use hashtag GAgives, hashtag Georgia Generosity. And then, of course, you can go to our website, gagives.org, find that organization that you care about, and give a little or a lot to make a difference.
I'm
It
so
is exciting.
excited
We're
for you.
I was
excited.
thinking too, if you have somebody on your gift list that's hard to buy for, but maybe they're passionate about the environment or animals,
Exactly.
you can gift
It's
a
a perfect
donation.
thing to do.
That's right.
Can't
And
go wrong.
in advance of the holidays, it's a great thing to do with your
Yeah.
children.
Yes.
that.
Oh, with the kids, of course. And we want to thank the Georgia Center for Nonprofits for sponsoring that segment. Stick around. Don't go anywhere. We have a lot